Hello, and welcome to Look Smarter Than You Are with Oracle Business Analytics, adding custom maps to Mobile Application Designer. In Mobile Application Designer, the current catalog of maps are shown underneath the type drop-down. The U.S. states and counties, locations, which would be based off of longitude and latitude, and then again the world countries. But what happens if you'd like to add your own custom map to this? Maybe a level above U.S. states, call it regions. Well, we have to then add into the catalog. But where are these maps stored? They're not themes like we're used to with regular OBIE. They're Geo Json files. And Geo Json stands geographic data files built in a JavaScript object notation format. And here's what a Geo Json looks like for the United States maps. We have information regarding the projection, the binding area or the B box, the attributes in the data for mapping and for linking, and then each of the features that are going to be on that map, and then their related geometry or the dots or points along the map that gets you to where would be an outline of respective state for that line. So how do we add new maps into Mobile Application Designer? Well, it's pretty much down to 4 simple steps. We convert the theme that we already have that we're using in OBIE to a Geo Json file. We copy that Geo Json file into the directory where Mobile Application Designer picks up its maps. We update the map config XML to include information regarding our Geo Json file and our layer that we'd like to map. And then finally we view it in Mobile Application Designer. To create that Geo Json file, we'd open up a browser such as Firefox, and we would enter in the information shown. Basically our host, the port that we're running the map viewer app, then the data server. After data server, tell it the data source that we have used for our maps in the Oracle database, and then a question mark T, the equal sign, and the theme name that we want to be building our maps from, or our Geo Json file from. Finally, deploying that Geo Json file would be into the domain home folder, config BI Publisher repository admin map. The updates to the map config file would be in that same directory. The map config file in the base install looks something like this. We have the world countries and the respective JSON file for that, the tags for linking, then we have the US states, the type of projection, its tags for linking, and in this case we're going to be linking on state abbreviation from the data to the JSON file or to the map. That's our link, just like in OBIE. For counties, the link is going to be on the ID column of that table, which is in this case the FIPS code. We're going to be adding in a custom region, so we have a region name, and that would need to be in the data that we would be linking to. So let's go see what that looks like. To make the JSON file from our map theme, we need to know a little bit about that map theme. So let's take a look at the Editor tab of the theme in our geometries, and we'll look at the Advanced button. We see our region ID and we see our region name. Now we have enough information. We need to generate the JSON file, and that's done within a browser. So we'll go to the internet browser, Firefox, and we'll get the call to the map viewer data server, the data source that we're connected to, and then our theme name. So I'm going to paste that into the URL and hit go. That will make a call out, and it will generate all of the geometry into a JavaScript object notation format. That's what JSON stands for. And here we see the properties, we see the attributes, and we see the region name that we're going to be using, or the US regions, and the table. So we'll save this off to our desktop. File save as US regions .json. Now that it's saved to our desktop, we need to copy that to the location on our drive, our server, where all the maps for map views within Mobile App Designer are stored. And that's within your OBIE user projects domains, BI Foundation domain config, BI publisher, repository admin map, way down deep. So we'll copy our regions into our folder. And now we need to update the map config XML. So we'll bring that up in Notepad. We'll make a new line. And we'll copy the data that we've set aside instead of hand typing. We'll save it. We'll close it. And now we need to restart the map viewer. So that can be done easily from within the map viewer admin. So if we get into map viewer admin, we go to the configuration tab, we can see the map viewer config XML. And all we need to do is a small edit just to force it to have something different and allow the restart to work. So I'm just going to remove one character return, or I could add one, and then I will save and restart. Map viewer has been restarted. So let's sign into OBIE and go to the map components of building a mobile app designer. So go to mobile app. We will create a new one from on a tablet format. We'll use the subject area basic. We'll store it in our map folder, call it map test. I'll overwrite the one that was there. We'll insert a new page, and on this page we're going to insert a map. And we can see there's our US regions that we just added. It will run the query, bring up the geometry, and here we are. There's our US regions. And then all we need to do is make a link from our regions into the rest of the report.